Welcome to my channel. I am Dark Shadows. I am starting a new segment called the new Senju Clan. It's basically going to have Naruto in it. Well, you gotta have Naruto in it, of course. But he's going to be a part of triplets. He has a twin brother, and they have a sister. So, we're going to go on that journey together. If you want another chapter or part, I would like to see 2 follow. I see 2 likes. If I get 3 likes, I'll put another one out before the night's out. So let's get to it. Alright. The Hokage's office. You can hear the chaos that was still reigning outside after the Nine-Tails attack. A little babe was sitting in a crib, sitting on the Hokage's office desk. A long-haired, spiky guy in his typical just green clothing with his normal mesh armor underneath was standing by the window, and all they can hear was the baby cry. Sad lungs he has. As the third looks grim at the young newborn, at the burden he was to face. The door slamming open, expecting to see a certain pigtail blonde that was his student running in with 2 of her students behind her. But it was 2 of the medical staff carrying 2 other crying babies. And the look of shock ran over the young man's face, or looking young man's face. Seeing the 2 medics come running in. By the indication of their clothes, they worked in the morgue. The shock look on their face as they carry the 2 other newborns in. What is the meaning of this? Are these 2 without parents as well? My lord. These 2 came from Lady Kushina's wound. What? We were starting to do the autopsy. Our basic signs of autopsy start is to make sure to confirm of death. Well, she was dead, but we were still getting chakra signs of life. And when we got closer to her wound, we felt one in the delivery, in the birthing canal, and the other one not too far behind them, just ready to drop. So in a desperate act, he goes, "Forgive us, Lord, but we had to open her up completely down there. And we had to do it fast, or else we could lose." I understand. So, there was 3 children. Yes, my lord. How is that possible? How could we miss it? I'm not experienced in this, my lord. But they were checked out, they are fine, they are healthy, they are alive. So, I don't know the logistics of that. Maybe Lady Tsunade may be able to tell us. Alright. Was put with their brother. As they're looking for more grub. Knowing their future, even if the other 2 weren't Jinchuriki, they would be associated with him. and their future would be just as grim. He is thinking, as the other two mechs quickly left and closed the door. Jiraiya goes over and picks up the young, screaming babe. Now, Naruto. Now, it's okay. You got your brother and sister here. As he looks under their blankets to see that they are a boy and a girl. Still shocked. He goes, now. As he tries to calm him, and this Naruto is just wailing louder. Jiraiya, I think you're scaring him. Nonsense, Sensei. Kids love me, don't you? Yeah, don't you, baby? Yeah. He goes by the window and tries to gently rock him to calm him down, and the young boy, newborn, is just screaming his heart out. It 5 minutes later, as you can hear Naruto screams of not even sure what he wants, the baby waking up the other two, and they're starting their cries. Jiraiya quickly grabs the other two and is trying to calm them down together, just rocking them gently. Almost seems like he made it worse because all three of them were just wailing to no end. The third just watches out of the corner of his eye with a grim expression on his face, not 100% sure how to handle the situation. His heart heavy. Knowing tonight should have been the happiest night of Two Bear's life. But not just the welcoming of their son that they already had named, but the two other lives they had no idea were coming. What a surprise. They had no idea what to name them. They knew of one, but they did not know what to name the other two. As he's thinking, what did they do? As predicted, his door slams open. A crack breaks through the wall behind it. The door is split into fourths. Sensei, where's Minato? Where's my son? Where's my daughter-in-law? Where's Kushina? Tsunade, come, sit. We have much to talk about. No, Sensei, we don't have much to talk about. Just tell me where my son and daughter are. Tsunade, come sit. Sensei, no, Tsunade, sit down. She knowing that tone that since she was a child. Knowing it's time no longer to fool around. She got that tone when she fought with Jiraiya most of the time. When it was a desperate situation. She could hear the sadness in it. So she sits down in the chair in front of his desk. Her other two students walking in, Kananara and Suzune, the niece of her lost love. Standing in behind her, Suzune to her right, Kananara to her left. I am so sorry to tell you this. No. Please, Sensei, don't tell me. Please, Sensei, don't tell me. Please. Minato Namikaze Senju died in action. As tears are pouring down the blonde's face. As the aged Hokage looked at his student. As he watched her break down. Holding back the unquestionable sobs that were break from her. He needs to get this next word out. This next phrase. She's looking with a little hope in his eyes. Kushina Uzumaki Namikaze Senju was also killed in action. The cry of desperation rang. Raised from her throat. Looking to the ceiling as if it had the answers. If I cursed, why? First my grandfather, and grandmother, and my great uncle, then my little brother and father. Am I cursed? Is it me? What did I ever do the last night to piss off the gods? What did I ever do? And she's breaking down her two students in tears. Not 100% sure how to handle the situation. But they kept going. Sensei, what? Now, Tsunade, I cannot comfort these three and try to comfort you too. Let me handle one breakdown. These three are not giving me a chance to let me handle one breakdown. Let me calm them and then I'll comfort you, okay? Them. What? For the first time since she came in, she ignored the wails of babies. She looked at Jiraiya's arms as he desperately tried to calm down the three newborns. She instantly recognized who they were. Oh my god. Holy. Three? He goes, we were expecting Naruto, the darker blonde. He goes, the other two were quite surprised they showed up about 10 minutes ago. He goes, it appears that Kushina used the last of her life force instinctively to try to keep those two alive. Until medics could get to them. She was on the autopsy table when they found the life force. Yes. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Tsunade, but they basically butchered her bottom lower half to just... Does that matter? And what the hell are you doing to them, you old pervert? Give me my grandchildren. Now my grandboy babies, my grandsons. Two of them. As she grabs Naruto, rocking him gently. Now, Naruto, calm down. Calm down. Now. Once he's calm, the two older adults kind of looked at him, and then looked at her. How was the face amazing? A mother has a good touch, or in this case, a grandmother. She lays him down in the crib, grabs the other one. Now, now. She lifts up the blanket. Now, now, Damian. Now, now. Calm down. She hugs to him, and he instantly calms. The look of shock was on his face. The only sound was the frustrated baby crying. She lays him down next to Naruto in his crib. Now, my last little grandson. Tsunade, that's not. Shut up, pervert. But that's not a. Now, now, my little grandson, what are we gonna name you? Let's just check, make sure you're all okay. And she did like her check before. She lifted out the blanket. It saw, oh, my apologies. A little lady here. Now, now, we don't need to be screaming like that. What to call you? She looked. And just as it seemed like as she's thinking, whipped to the window and was rocking her to calm her down. She thought, Jirai, did I ever tell you about the story of the Moon Princess and the Imperial Crystal? No. Well, one day she would have became Neo Queen Serenity, but her actual name for a long time was Serenity. She was a warrior princess. She had her teammates, each representing a center element as her or certain virtue, representing the planets of the solar system. Oh, but that's such a long time ago story. She had two advisors named Artemis and Luna. She fell in love with her Earth Prince, but when the darkness came, the Dark Kingdom destroyed everything, and stuff. She ended up taking her life because she could not take his. Her mother's desperate acts sent her and her friends back to Earth to be reborn. And she did, and they fought the darkness and remade the Earth anew. So, as she calmed down the little one, I think I'm gonna name her Celestial. You saying I can name her Serenity? Oh, that's a thought. Princess Serenity was used to be my favorite story that my grandpa used to tell me. But Celeste was also another favorite story my grandpa used to tell me. About a wise queen. How she was able to control the elements, even light and shadows. And how she gifted each deal to the different clans. She gave the Nara clan their gift over the shadows. The Archimedes, the gift of inner strength. Huh. It was said that she would even gave to bless the Hyuga clan with the Byakugan. We all know that's not the case, but she was also considered the grandmother to Serenity. Because I think Serenity has a nice ring to it. I think so too. As she goes and lays the young one down. I think that will work out. Naruto, Damian, and Serenity. Nice and balanced and everything. Naruto after your character in the book that is Minato and Kushina wanted. Damian after Dad. It's another version of Dad. It's Serenity after my favorite character. And she... Now that we have their names, and their wonderful names, the boys almost look identical. Naruto has, obviously, his father's hair. And it looks like Damian has his grandmother's. And Serenity has her great-uncles. And they just, we're just doing that. Just do. As you know, Tsunade, Kushina was the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, I know. How it happened. What reports do you know what happened? Naruto was born just fine. Everything was just fine. I went to go help heal up Kushina. I felt two other life forces coming down from the moon. I was kind of shocked before I could mention to anyone. I wasn't 100% sure myself because sometimes life force can be embedded, the very mother's life force can be embedded in the placenta. So I thought it was the placenta that was coming out. And some other algebra before, so I couldn't have a chance to confirm it. The whole copy, but this masked stranger in black robe with orange mask with just one eye hole, but within that eye hole I could tell for sure it was a Sharingan, a Byakugan Sharingan. To be more specific, Dragon. Are you saying this was a Uchiha that did it? I can't tell for sure. I know it's something. Okay. Nodding her head. Everything went fine. He took Naruto hostage, and before we could even know what happened, he tossed Naruto in the air. Minato flashed to him. And when Minato catched him, he saw that he got wrapped up in paper bombs. Was the gasp you could hear from her teammate. He said, and from there, chaos just erupted. He took, before I could fight him off, he took Kushina. And Minato handed me Naruto, and he flashed us to the safe house. I cleaned up Naruto, and he says, I'll be right back, just go get your mother. He comes back, he lays her down, and he flashes again. Out. Next thing you know, as I'm trying to take care of Kushina and keep her alive, Her sole focus was on Naruto. You can clearly see she's in pain. I thought it was just the nine tails being ripped from her. Now I'm thinking about maybe she was going through more labor pains, contractions. Maybe the next one was coming. Who was down? Damian. He was coming next. And I tried to, before I can even find out the source of her pain and everything, Minato, next thing you know, grabs all three of us and kind of flashes. He couldn't do a full flash. He flashes me out of the house and the safe house, and next thing you know, he's flashing Kushina and Naruto somewhere. I have no idea. I assumed he would come back for me, so I stayed in the area. When I realized I had to go find my students to make sure they're okay, I ran towards the town, make sure they got safe to safety, and I started healing as many people as I could. I was held up by just fighting them and making sure any souls that needed to be healed was healed. I don't know what helped it next. So you know the only way to take care of the Nitos is to heal it. That means, yes, that means Naruto is the new Jinchuriki. Yes. Since I'm taking them out. What? I'm taking my grandchildren and leaving the village. Tsunade, please be reasonable. Listen to me. I'm your teammate. You have your spy network. Try. You cannot be in the village all the time. And with Danzo controlling Root and whatever other crap he's doing, he's gonna want his hands on the Jinchuriki more than ever. Just for whatever chance of power he thinks he has. You cannot, Tsunade, you cannot just take the village's Jinchuriki. The hell I can't, Sensei. He is my grandson first. They are my grandchildren first. I love the village, but the village right now could go to hell. I gotta take care of my family. So where do you propose you're gonna go? I don't know yet. I can't tell you. But I do know one thing. With threats coming into the village, I cannot defend them from two different sides. Why already one enemy, possibly two, is already dug in. I cannot and will not be fighting in front on two sides. That's not happening. Not yet. I gotta get them stronger. Suzune, we're coming with you, Sensei. What? I have no one else but you, Sensei. My uncle, my whole family's gone. You are my family. I got two little brothers and a sister. I always wanted to be a big sister. If for once, I would love to be the big sister instead of being the little sister. Shikaku's not gonna like this. Neither is Ibisu. They're gonna have to learn the deal. Hokage, Lord Hokage, I'm assuming you're taking the mantle back? As Lord Hokage nod. Then make this an official S-rank mission that only you will know. Shikaku would not be happy about it, but he'll make it a little easier to deal that say he'll think I abandoned the village. I went on a mission. The Hokage nod. It would make sense to send you guys on a mission. It would be unheard of to send you guys on an S-rank mission. that only I know of, and where possibly the location. The less people that know about this, the better, and you guys only answer to me. Okay, it's settled. So when do you leave? Tsunade looked at the girls. Get your stuff ready. Get wherever you can. And meet me at the Senju compound. Kana. In 1 hour. 1 hour. Yes, ma'am. Suzune, come on. Where are you? I gotta pack. Before an hour and a half goes, we'll be leaving. Sensei, do you think you can create a distraction for us even more? Or wait for one of the gates? Of course. How about we leave through the Nara forest? They won't be expecting us, no one to leave there. Huh. And I'm sure the Nara compound will be emptied. I'm sure Yoshi and the members did the evacuation. No one will be expecting. The only people that will see us is the deer, and deers hold secrets, like the shadows. Okay. That would be a plausible idea. Alright, we'll meet you at the gates. Of course. Come on, Suzune. We got an hour before we can go. And we'll meet the Kana at the Nara compound gate. Let's go. Okay. And in flash, they were gone. Sensei, you think this is wise? She's right about taking Naruto, Damian, and Serenity out of the village. Naruto needs to know love and kindness and have a chance to grow up as a normal little boy. That will give him the best foundation to be the Arjun Cherokee, strong to fight against the hatred. Only love can fight against hatred. He needs that. I understand, Sensei, but no buts. Okay, and she's right. There aren't too many threats between a mysterious, possibly rogue Uchiha and Danzo, parry-hungry, grabby. It is best to work under the cover of chaos to get all three out. I see the logic in her thinking, and the less people that know about them, the better. And the less people that she knows that they're going, the better. The only people that know is the three of us. Well, the four of us. 5, sorry. Kinda so quiet. She's quieter than her brothers. And that's saying much. That's saying a lot concerning Shikamaru's quiet. Even if he was not that quiet. He behaves like a Nara, but he's definitely has the middle child syndrome. Jiraiya's like, okay. So, what should we tell Hadake? We tell him that they survived. There's 3 souls that survived. Don't tell him much else. That I thought it was best to send them away. Okay. Yes, Hokage. The council has called a meeting. Oh, great! What a lovely deal. Can you have go to go find out some information for me? As Kakashi, as said, here's a hands him a note. Okay, I will do so, my lord. Hokage? Lord Hokage? I am still Hokage, regardless if I have retired or not. And I am coming back out of retirement to take on the battle. You will still treat me respect. Yes, sir. Good. Tell the council I'll be there when I be there. Obviously, there's still business that I need to take care of. I am not dropping that so that I can cater to their needs. If they have a problem with that, then one of them can come and fight me for the title. Yes, sir. Nodding their heads. Dry shimmies out there. It goes to the Senju compound. Tsunade comes, quickly lets the doors open, lets him in. Watching a bunch of Tsunade's clones pack up things. I need something for you. He says, what is it? Well, Sensei does. Do you have a copy of the village's bylaws and stuff? Yeah. I have a great uncle and grandpa's copy. I also made Minato an exact copy of it. Can we have one? Borrow one, or should I say? More like, yeah, sure. What does Sensei need? Sensei needs this. Okay. Alright. So, he walked away. Nodded his head. Alright. And got to... She goes, you guys are moving fast. I'm packing up as much as I can. Luckily, Minato and Kushina had packed up a lot of baby stuff. They were already playing spoiling their little boy. And I don't need much. I am using my clothes to dig through a bunch of my old baby clothes to see if I can find girl stuff. If not, I'm taking the boys, and Serenity's gonna be dressing like a boy for a few days. I'll find her some cute baby ones. Girly ones. So something tells me she's not gonna be a complete girly girl. Well, we'll never know. Suzuda, Tsunade gets, dry of the, bylaws. The copy of it. And hands him the stuff. Back in the Nara compound, it was mostly empty. And you could hear one lone figure in her room quickly is packing up as much of her stuff as possible. And a few other mementos and stuff. You could hear when the front door opens. Sweat breaks. She gets a kunai ready. Kinda. A male voice, deep voice yells, "Damn it, Kana, are you here?" "I'm here, Shikaku." Oh, thank the sages. In the shadows, what? You can hear his heavy footsteps running to her room. What? Why are you getting stuff in your room packed up? You don't have... Kana, what's going on? I'm being sent on a mission with Lady Tsunade and Suzude. It's an S-rank mission. I can't give you much more. It's only directly towards the Hokage. I, I don't know how long I'll be gone. I will try to get you more information as soon as the channel's so secure. You keep your head on your shoulder, you hear me? You keep your head down and you listen to your sensei. I'm sure wherever it is, the third it's very important that you guys need to go. It is. We have to leave under the cover of chaos. We need very little people see us. The 6 of us. How big is this mission party? Well, we have Sensei, Tsunade, Sister Suzune, little brother Naruto, little brother Damian, and his little sister Serenity. Naruto was the... What, me? Oh, I see. It's too dangerous to be here in the village, isn't it? Okay. What do you need to pack? We'll pack it up. Let's go. Kana, Shikaku, are you... In here. They hear footsteps running down the hallway. The door swings up. What's going on? Why is Kana packing up her room? What? I have an S-rank mission. I gotta go. Now? Who's... Emisu. You know these certain missions only the Hokage is supposed to know. She can't give out many information about risk of death. You know this. Now, if you gotta help her pack up so she has what she needs, we don't know how long she's going to be gone. You are coming back, are you? Alright? Yes. It's gonna be a long-term mission. Very long. I don't know when we'll come back. But I'm sure by the time Shikamaru graduates, I'll be back. That long? What type of mission? Long-term fucking mission is this? You should reject it. No. Sensei needs me more than ever. Emisu. Are you gonna help? Or do I need to send you to help somewhere else? I'm going to help. I still don't like this though. Duly noted. Now help your little sister get her stuff together. Within another 30 minutes, they got everything together. Shikaka goes into the family's private study. Seals up a bunch of books. And puts them in her stuff. They'll help you, and they'll help you out. Ibisu, go check on the clan in the evacuation tunnels. Make sure they're okay. Of course. I will see cut that off, and then I will go make sure to help out with the other parts. Say, don't worry. Go. Embassy left. You raise as much as you can, okay? Let's go. Let's go get your sensei. Then I'll tell you you go through the forest. It'd be the safest and the fastest way to get out. It's also the most secure place in the village, but it's also the spot that was gonna be looking at. I know. This way we go. They walk to the gates. And they see Suzune have a baby wrapped in her arms with her bag all set up. Tsunade has two babies in her arms. One's already wrapped, the other one's not securely wrapped yet. Shikaku quickly motions them into the compound. He's walking down the gravel road towards the forest. He helps Kanda take off her bag. He helps Tsunade secure the little one to her. All he saw was a small head with silver hair. Triplets. Oh, that's a surprise. Yes. Once he made sure Kanda's bag was secure, he gave his sister a hug. He knows it'll be the last one he's going to be seeing from her for a while. Stay safe, all of you. Okay? Oh, okay. Shikaku, as soon as we're able to give you a secure message, updates, and letters, how things are, we cannot give you much information, where we are or anything. But they will be back once these three are old enough to defend themselves. Probably by the time your son gets ready to graduate. Of course. Of course. Just take care. Kanda knows the path to get out of here. And I didn't see you guys. Without a second glance, Kanda starts taking down the path. Suzune Tsunade followed her shortly. Shikaku does everything he can not to follow them. He figured the 3-man squad has a better chance of slipping underneath the radar. But it's already high risk with the infants. As he watches them disappear, he noticed something strange about the forest. It seems to be getting darker. Like the very shadows are trying to cover their escape. And their path. He sees something that he has never seen with a deer before. The very deer are coming over across the path and literally digging their hoofs into the ground. Doing everything they can to cover their tracks. Making it seem like they were never here to begin with. The deer hid the tracks, even all the way up to the edge of the forest. He left the compound to go help make sure everyone was safe. With a heavy heart. He knows he has his village to take care of. He knows he has his clan to take care of, and raising his son. As soon as Shikamaru's gonna be old enough, his training's gonna be double time. He's gonna have to ask Guy to help him with his taijutsu. as they're running through the forest, it takes them about a few hours to get out. But they get out on the other side of Koha. About 3 days run towards the capital. As soon as they leave the forest, the Tsunade recognizes her surroundings and quickly does a sharp turn. Little did they know, the very shadows were very, like Shikaku had witnessed, was also covering their escape. They were probably a good 8 hours into their run. And they decided to camp out, rest, and feed the babies and change them. Lady Tsunade looks at her student Suzuki. Where are we going? Oh. She looked at her friend. She looked at her student in front. We're going to the capital. Why the capital? You'll see. Oh, okay. Luckily that Suzuki was thinking that Minato and Kushina had more than enough baby supplies to last them a few weeks. If not almost a few months. So, they had very little to need to get. Or do side journeys. 3 days later, they're walking into the capital. At the east gate. Samurai are guarding it. Halt there. You cannot enter without permission. I don't need permission. I'm Tsunade Senju and these are my students. We're here to see the Fire Lord. Oh. Forgive me, Princess Senju. Go ahead. Thank you. Marching their way up to the capital. The Fire Lord's palace. They go to the desk where his reception is. I need to see the Fire Lord. What? You can't see the Fire Lord without an appointment. Sorry, I could get you one, but you're gonna have to come back another day. I'll let you know what it is. Just leave it in. Tell him it's Tsunade Senju. And I will not be asking again. If I have to ask, I'm sending you through the door. Nodding her head. She runs down the assistant runs into the door behind it. 10 minutes later, he comes back. He goes, the Fire Lord will see you now. He led them in. Ah, Lady Tsunade, it's so good to see you. And your lovely students again. It is good to see you, my lord. We have a delicate situation we must talk about. I and the 12 guardians. Oh, yes. Give us a few minutes. Of course. Bowing, and they walked away. Now, I heard what happened in Leaf. That is so awful. We're going to do everything we can to help him out. They rebuild stronger than ever. They always do. Of course. So, outside that, what can I do? Naruto decides to make his presence known, and also fussy, get his siblings fussy a little bit. Oh, who are these babies? So now they takes the wrappy away for the holder that she has. She says, these are my grandchildren, my grandsons and granddaughter. Oh. He goes, I didn't realize you had that. Yes, I had that. You met him before. She shows Naruto. He looks a lot like his father, doesn't he? The father looks at him. Oh, yes. But I thought he was in the... He is. Officially on documents, he was a Minato Namikaze Senju, but no one knew about the Senju part. I went with an old but tried to method when the Royal States era, when we were trying to hide our identity. I called ourselves Namikaze. When other clans and other villages were charging us, I couldn't stay home to protect him. I had to be on the front lines. So the best thing I could do was hide the fact he was a Senju by giving the last name Namikaze that the Senjus were taken care of. A little war orphan was the story that went around. And we maintained it for years, even though after a while he could very easily have dropped the Namikaze and took up Senju, but he kept it. And we can't call we cannot call them by their mother's last name because wounds are still pretty fresh about that in other countries too, about Uzumakis. Of course. So what brings you here today? Not that I don't enjoy these visits. I need to ask you a favor. Money's no object, but I need a small compound, possibly outside the city limits, with lots of space for training, a few trees, a good-sized pond, and as she went on, so he listened to her specifications. I could do it myself, but you could cut through the bureaucracy red tape a lot faster than I can. Why don't you just stay here? Oh, I couldn't, my lord, and you know how hard I can train. Shinobi, I have 12 of them, I know. And besides, I have plenty of space and training grounds. You'll have your own apartments here. I can easily take care of you. No one will know you're here, besides very few. And we can hide the fact that you're a medic. You could just be the Samurai's medic and the 12 Guardians medic, along with your students. We'll also give a chance for your grandchildren. I will also have the best tutors for them available, so it will help you out. They'll have the best literature tutors on reading, writing, math, history. We'll get the best tutors on the leaf history. Oh, I'll teach them the leaf history. Of course, of course. And, we could... Do you have a couple of geisha? Teach. Geisha? I guess suppose, but I don't see the... Can you explain to me why the geisha? Well, geisha will be for Celine. The boys can learn it too. They have a sort of finesse and art that can easily blend in with their surroundings in different cultures, they understand. Oh, I see. Yes, yes, the performers. Exactly, my lord. And part of sometimes a shinobi life, you gotta perform. Ah, I can't think of a best way for them to teach them how to blend in is and perform literally the performance of their life is a geisha. They could teach the boys the basics in entertainment and playing yourself as something else. But I'm thinking Celine can use the more other methods. Oh yeah, yes, yes. I can see what you're getting at now. She will not be going on those, but the distraction is a good aid. Ah, yes. Of course, of course. So you'll stay here, of course. Oh, that's good. I'll pay you handsomely. Now we'll have the best tutors, streamsters, and everything for the young ones. You don't have to. I insist, Tsunade. My wife would kill me if I didn't. And besides, they are royal blood like you and me. They're expected to at least hold themselves in a different caliber. Of course. We will start their education as soon as they are able to understand and talk. Of course, my lord. Good, 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 good. Now that that business is settled, let's see what other stuff we can find out and do. So, let's go introduce my wife. Let's go tell my wife you're here. If I did it, she'll kill me. And introduce your grandbabies to them. I never got to catch their names. What are their lovely names? This is Naruto. Oh, wow. This is Damian. Oh, what handsome. They're both very handsome. And Kana is holding Serenity. Oh, what a beautiful name. Almost like a legendary princess from a fairy tale and stuff. One of my favorites, too. Ah, hopefully she is as brave and as gentle and as beautiful as the heroine in those stories. I, I believe she will be. Now come. So, that's how it was. For the next few months, Naruto, Damian, and Serenity were taken care of by the best the palace can offer to the royalty. They got the best wet nurse. They basically were treated like little princes and princess. According to the Fire Lord, they were just as much the princes and princess, as anyone else from his village, his family. In his case, he thinks they're the actual true blood royalty of Leaf. So, he made sure they were taught a certain way. So, granted, it has been 5 years they've been staying at the palace. Very few people have seen them. Tsunade doesn't um, interact with the other nobility, and it is the samurai lords and ladies of the guards that had been teaching the children and the geishas underneath the pain of death that they were. Jiraiya had found them a day later and set up privacy seals and guardian seals of the palace, even the Fire Lord and Lady. So that whole area was heavily guarded by seals and guardian and stuff. As promised, Tsunade had told her sensei they're living outside in the country, anonymously out by the capital. And they basically told that to Shikaku. Jiraiya had spread the word that they are in that the Senju is going to the land of lightning and then going to cross over to the land of whirlpools, or go live in the land of rivers. Not 100% sure. There also been heard that he's also been spreading false rumors that they're going to go into the land of snow. So he's sending them in different directions. So no one truly knows where they're going. He also said he started a big rumor that Sam was excited that Tsunade was going to go live in sand. So the Kazekage of the time was excited. It was looking towards the borders and telling everyone, if you see them, bring them over, don't fight them, let them come. But nothing happened. So they lived, for the last 6 months, they're living in peace. They're pretty much living in peace at the palace. Tsunade has nannies helping her take care of her grandbabies, with Kana and Suzune, the main ones. They already started walking, and they already started getting their lessons how to walk like little lords and ladies. The samurai had asked Tsunade if they could start training them in the art of the sword. She thought about it and said, yeah. Once they learn to awaken their chakra, they could go ahead and start learning the sword of the practical arts with the chakra of the sword. But they could start learn how to use the sword the other ways too. Tsunade saw in the capital what looks like geisha warriors, but dressed as samurais type deal, if you want to look at it in green. And they were the ladies in waiting warriors for the Fire Lady. And they offered to teach the young princess a different form of martial arts. How to change a bigger opponent's weight turn the weight against them. Regardless, a bigger or strong opponent. So now I think thought that was a great idea. And go ahead, and they were going to they had this martial arts called chakra blocking, which is very similar to the gentle fist. But it had more of an elegance to it. It looked like more of a dance. Very flowy, very seemly. It more was a dance. It required more quick movements than the gentle fist. So that's basically what's going on now. That's where we're going to leave it on for now. Again, this is the new Senju Clan story. I am Dark Shadows. If you like the story so far, leave me a like. If I get 2 likes, I will post another one in the morning. If I get 3 likes, I'll post another one tonight. Alright. Thank you. Goodbye.